Hello, hello, everybody. How are we doing today? How's it going? I had many thoughts. You're so correct. You're so correct. I had so many think thoughts. That I had to. And we had a sub goal. Hee. Thank you for the hydrate. But hello, hello. I'm even in Fable merch right now. I'm in Fable merch. We're fabling all over the place. Hi everyone. We be doing fun things today. We're gonna be drawing. It's art time. So, if you do not know, I have been updating Star Stories, which is my epilogue set of like ficklets. It is what inspired Chronicles of Wonder to happen, because I wrote a story about Vea, which is Rey's first kid, figuring out that Icarus was Quixis, and from there that became Chronicles of Wonder. So Star Stories is really fun, really dear to me. It was my, I still had some more thoughts every once in a while about Rey, so I get to write them. So we also have the sub goal being that we will do a reading of the Star Stories. There are currently 7 chapters, and all of them are named after constellations, which I think is fun. And yeah, today we are going to be drawing stuff in relation to the most recent 3 fics. The most recent 3 chapters have all had to do with Rey's 4th kid, Aster, their first son, which I think is really fun. Their first little boy. Little boy. So, baby Aster is very cute, and I have drawn him. So, I have art pieces to share with y'all, and we will figure out which one to do first. So, we have 2 ones that I have already done, or started, not done. They're not done, that's why we're here. I have one that I have lined and we need to color, and then one that I have just sketched. And one is little baby Aster, and one is grown-up Aster, so you can see what he looked like, older. So let's see. I pull things up. Doopy doopy doop bop, doopy doopy doop bop. Bop 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 bop. I pull things up. Okay. Making sure there are no spoilers on my screen. I think I did a good job, but I always have spoilers lurking in my files. Spoilers, they lurk. But here we go. Let's go to see the little boy. Wow. Here he is. Little guy. Little baby man. Little baby. I love him so. He's so little and cute. He's so cutesy. And then we have grown up sketch. So grown up sketch, little bit, I'm not sure exactly how old, but older. If you cannot tell, Aster is technically, biologically, Fenris and Rey's, but considers, I believe, all of Gay and Nighting-Star his dads. So, Everin, hey, no! Just because the horns and the glasses. Not the glasses, the horns and the wings, I see. It was funny because when I was testing out, I used a bunch of pit crews actually to figure out how to design Aster. I actually think I have one of them. Yeah, I do. Okay, I do have one of them. I have one of the pit crews. Here, I'll bring it up to a layer that's in front of the sketch instead. I did a pit crew. I actually did like 4 testing out different designs and like what combination I wanted him to look like. But ended up on this set. I think he's fun. I brought it over because I wanted to steal colors from it because I like some of the colors going on. And we got little guy. But it was funny when I was doing pit crews, I definitely ended up with like a rune looking one where at first I had Aster having blonde hair like Isla. And that looked too rune. That just was rune. I just made rune. And I was like, damn it. when I made him, I was like, well, shit. Especially because I knew I wanted to go shorter hair with a like curly texture again. But if you see, we have fun little hair buns. We have fun little hair buns because I picture that Vea and all the siblings do his hair a bunch. And he always ends up with some sort of like space bun or pigtails or something like that. Always doing his hair up. So, I don't know which one I want to work on. Do I feel like coloring or do I feel like lining? What do we feel like? What do we feel like? What should we do? Should we color? Maybe we color. We could color to start. We could color to start. We have babies. Babies, little man. Okay, we will color to start. Very well. Fun fact, this sketch is based on a actual picture of me and my niece, which is really fun. I love stealing reference photos from myself. I love stealing references of just me or making my husband pose for references. I make Daniel pose for references all the damn time. I make my husband pose for references all the time. But actually, the other thing I use for reference posing a lot is I have little art dolls. I have little art dolls that are pretty good detail-wise that I use. I use a lot of them for figuring out poses. It's been very, very funny with those. Lately, I've figured out like many like couple poses with them before, and it's not perfect because one is like a hyper muscled man kind of looking doll, and the other one's like a tiny little female. But like, it's a little bit funny because it's at least like gets me in the ballpark of posing. But it's funny because I can't do poses of like couples just together for star horns. Instead, I had to figure out I have to figure out what relative pose they will be relative to each other, and then I take a picture of the dolls separately and then I scale them properly for star horns. But I think it's funny every time because I have to guess, like, I think you'll be in this pose and you should roughly be in this position if you're touching Aura. And then I'm going to try and take a picture of what Aura would be in position touching you. And then maybe we'll end up with the right thing if I scale them correctly. But it's kind of funny. What does your niece call you since you're non-binary? I'm kind of fine with being aunt or uncle. But the one that, like, the non-binary term that I found that I really like is avant. I like that one. I think it's fun. It sounds better than, like, any of the weird mashups of aunt and uncle. But yeah, that's what I use with my niece. But she's also too little to talk. Avant. Yeah, I think that first spelling is the one that is what I've seen for Avant, where it has the A-V-A-U-N-T, Avant. But yeah, and then for the question of how did I decide who was going to be Aster's other parent, I was very torn, because, like, I don't know. Okay, here's a thing about all of the children so far, is that the children so far all feel very much like not my character. Like, Vea is very much arts, like love child baby. Like Art has so many thoughts about Vea, and Ghosty has so many thoughts about Kari, and Daria is like completely Meta's idea. And so I wanted I wanted my little baby. So I was really struggling with like how to figure out who was other parent. I ended up going with Fenris because Fenris and Ray both have, in a weird way, something to prove raising a little boy. They both have like, and I talked to Art about this, of like, Fenris wants the chance to be able to raise a son how he wishes he was raised. And Ray has something with like being a brother and being male presenting, that he feels like he has something to prove, and like there's a different expectation on him with a boy. So that's where I ended up, is that I think Fenris made not like the most sense, but like I liked that combination. I liked that combination a lot. Notice the tiny horns. Look at the tiny horns. Little tiny horns. I still haven't decided if Aster has a tail. I haven't decided. Wherever layer up, I know it does let you auto color, but I use a lining brush that doesn't work nicely with that feature. I use a brush. You see how my brush has like little specks in it? It don't work very nice. Like, I can show you, I just don't really like how it looks. Let me see, where's my ray palette? It's down, it's up, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. There it is. There's the ray palette. I want maybe this color, and then I'm gonna drag it a little bit more warm toned. We'll go there. Here, I'll even show you. Actually, I don't do all my lines on one layer, so I can't even do that. Lol. But yeah, I think we could give Aster a tail. Aster could potentially have like a little wolf tail going on, because Vea has like, I don't know. I'm torn of like how many features they get. I don't think Aster has like beans. I don't think he got little foot beans. I think Vea gets to keep the foot beans. But maybe wolf tail, maybe not. You guys can draw whatever you want though. And that's the nice thing. I just know that I wanted to give him little funky horns. And then wings that were more similar to Ray's, which I thought was fun. So let me see if I do this real quick. If we reference it, what this does. See how it like leaves gaps? I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Also, I think that's okay. We probably want it to stay brown so that it doesn't, so that we can actually see it against Ray's hair is probably a good idea, actually. Also, your skin tone didn't quite fill in all the way there, baby. Your skin tone didn't. No, that's not the eraser I wanted. I'm a little fool. Boop, 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 boop. Clean this up, clean this up. Random dots of white look like stars. That's kind of fun. Funny thing, I want to put freckles on this little baby so bad, but I shouldn't, because babies aren't born with freckles. You are not born with freckles. You gain freckles when you are out in the sunlight. I don't think babies are born with freckles. But I want this baby to have freckles, damn it. Damn it. What if for the whimsy I say, fuck it. For the whimsy. For the whimsy. But yeah, I do have we did have thoughts about little baby Aster being kind of like more in the like artsy sculptor architecture end of things. Not as like, he doesn't take after like the sciencey side as much. He goes more into just creativity. Probably really looks up to Malate. I think that that is fun. But yeah, we also have, of course, the fun little detail of Ray being the one to carry this baby. If you haven't read the fic, Ray does change his sex so that he can carry this baby. Like fully biologically. He's not a magical little baby like Vea was, who was just a magic soul baby. He's fully biologically made little baby. And I really liked that part of the story. I really liked having Ray talk about that with Icarus in the chapter for Icarus. I liked Ray getting to talk about why, and him making that choice was because of like all the things. If you think about in the story of Fable, so many things happen to Ray's body that are outside of his control. And I wanted Ray to get the chance to choose something that his body could do. And I think that that one was fun. I think that one was fun. It's a little bit, I don't know, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's cute. I personally, it's interesting to me being like having Ray be very like child focused, because I am not. I am not very child focused. I do like being an avant, but I'm at this time not planning on having children. Which, fun fact, someone asked on my Tumblr. Someone went to my Tumblr ask box and said, when are you and Daniel gonna have kids? And I said, what the fuck? Why would you? And just asked anonymously. And I was like, at least if you're gonna ask the super invasive personal question, have the balls to have it on non-Anon. So it was funny. I think it's funny because they even said like, when will you have kids, or is shepherd like enough for you, or like will you not have time, or like is shepherd enough for you? It was a weird way to ask it, and it was really funny. I shared it with Daniel, and Daniel was like, why did they full name me and our son? Because they fully were like, yeah, it was weird. But yeah, at this time, Daniel and I don't plan on having children anytime soon, if ever. For me, my body, I'm a little scared of pregnancy. I'm a little afraid of that action, actually. But just because I am like not into having kids or being a little afraid of that, I still like see why Ray would really value it, and really value kids, and really value the experience of having kids, because I can see very much. And yes, he totally is wearing the my favorite uncle onesie. I think that's cute from the story. I think it's cute. I'm absolutely putting him through that. But yeah, I think Ray would really get a lot out of being a dad. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. Not for me, fun for him. Yes, exactly. It's a funky little thing. Where I don't know. I think that there are a few too many medical things wrong with me to make that very fun. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing of like knowing something isn't for you really, but still being able to portray it in a story. And I think that's something that's like really valuable as a creator, of being able to figure, like, I know that they always have the thing of like, write what you know, But I think there's also a lot of value in writing things that you don't know all the time. OMG. OMG. Shabert with the 50 months. That's wild. Yeah. Something about making baby characters and watching them grow up that makes them feel like, yeah, that's my characters are my kids, guys. My characters. But no, I will say, Ray, one of the chapters, so the 3 chapters that I've written are Ray, pregnancy announcement to Icarus, Ray giving birth to little baby, and then Ray have it after birth, Kari and the other kids coming and meeting little baby. And I will say those are heavily based on actual experiences I do have. So I am significantly older than my little brother. My little brother and I have a 15-year age gap. And so I was, I guess, 15 or 16-ish year age gap, because I was, I believe, 15 or 16 when my little brother was born. And I was in the hospital room when my little brother was born. I was the one holding my mom's hand, which is both a very cool experience and a fucking terrifying one. Really made me not want to have kids, not gonna lie, but like is an interesting was definitely an experience. So that scene is written from experience of being the hand holder. So yeah, been there, done that. It was low-key terrifying. Yeah, there is something very scary. Perhaps maybe don't do this to your children about like seeing your mom screaming in pain. A little terrifying. There's a reason why Ray sends all of the children away when he gives birth. He says, no, you don't need to see me do that. He says, no, you're good. I'm good, you're good. No one needs, no. But, and then, of course, meeting new baby based on me getting to actually meet my siblings. I'm the oldest of my siblings. So getting to meet my siblings when they were little, when I was little. I still have a little bit of memory on meeting my youngest sister. That's probably actually one of my earliest memories that I have, is meeting my youngest sister. And then also getting to meet, like, then funnily enough, based on not only meeting my youngest sister when she was born, but then later, now my youngest sister having had a baby, getting to meet my niece when she was born. And so getting to kind of write from those experiences, very fun. Kari getting to have the worry time, which, let me tell you, is so much true on, like, when I knew my youngest sister was going into labor. I was so damn scared. Just like waiting on messages from my mom. My mom was the one keeping us updated, and me being like, is she okay? Is she okay? My big sister instinct was going to overdrive. So I am very, I don't know. Kari got to feel the anxiety that I felt. And I think that's kind of fun. But yeah. I think it was also fun to get to characterize the kids a little bit more, because we haven't really seen more of the kids, especially the kids being a little bit older. And I did finally do the math. On like how old the kids all are. So I think that in this story, Vea is around 9 years old, with Daria being around 5 or 6, and Kari being around 3 or 4. because Kari is about a year old in Chronicles of Wonder, and I think that this takes place a couple of years after Icarus has returned. So that's roughly where I put stuff. I might have mixed up like how far apart the kids were and like done my math wrong, but that was my rough estimate. That's why I never like, I don't like putting a hardcore number on exactly how far apart they are, because apparently I forget all the time. But it's fine. But I liked getting to go back to them. That made me happy. I always like getting to revisit like the spurt of inspiration with Fable. I have also considered writing epilogue fics for Skybound. I have thoughts about, especially if you saw Art Fight this year. One of the art fights I did, which I believe was Sunset Sparks' character. One of the art fights I did was to someone's Magpie OC, and came up with the idea of Vast getting to eventually help the magpies return to their original form. And I do have thoughts about Vast getting to do that. And Vast getting to take on some kind of like, I don't think Vast and Atlas and Rune necessarily like ever have their own kids, but Vast being like a mentor, a sibling, potentially a little parental towards some of the magpies that like end up being in their care, maybe, but much more in the realm of like not the parent to an infant. I don't see Vast as like necessarily being like parent to a bunch of babies, but like adopting all of the magpie kids, or just being not even necessarily the kids like parent, but just being whatever they need from them. And I think that would be fun. I think that's where Vast would land, of like Vast not having kids, but also kind of having adopted kids. Yeah, exactly. More sibling, aunt, uncle, mentor, guardian vibe. And honestly, I think that might be where I might land one day, is being more of like a foster parent or something like that, especially to older children. Something about me is like, I really, really like all of the pets that I like really, really love. Not that I don't love all, I haven't loved all my pets, but adopting older pets means a lot to me. Pets that are not, that get overlooked a lot in the shelter because of them not being cute little like kittens or babies. I like already knowing their personality and already knowing that they're a little guy already, and I don't have to like shape that, but I can be there to support what exists already. I can support the fact that my cat has so much anxiety. I like my little anxiety inducing cat. I think he's fun. I think he's cute, and we match. We match with our anxieties, and it's fun. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But I think Vast could be in a similar boat. Is Ray's wedding ring gold or silver? I suddenly don't remember. Did I ever design Ray's ring? I know I designed all of his husbands'. Well, it's gold today. I think he usually wears gold jewelry, so I think it's gold. It's gold today. Gold today, at least. That might have been too similar to your eye color, sir. Whoopsies. We might have put your shirt and your eyes at the same color. Maybe we don't want to do that. But let's find out. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's gonna bother me. We'll make your shirt more... Nope, not that. That wasn't the shirt layer. This is the shirt layer. There we go. Now they're less. There we go. Mom gets married in 2 weeks, maid of honor. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Did I not design my own blow rose ring? Yeah, it's a bit... I forgot. I don't remember if I did or not. Because it's on the proposal pages. But he proposed to all of them. You know what? I have the damn scrapbook. 1 second. We're gonna look. We're gonna look up the answer. We're gonna look up the answer. Consult the texts that I fucking wrote. Okay, so Axe's is silver. Fenris's is gold. Caspian's is rose gold. There it is. Okay, funny. It is silver. Funny little thing though, is that I even have a note in there that Athena was, added that says Ray nearly forgot to add his own ring in. I'm silly. Okay. You know what? Silver's cool with me. I like silver. I say, wearing a silver wedding ring. Mimi likes silver. Mimi likes silver ring. Okay. Okay, that's the basic colors. OMG. Flat colors be in. Why is this layer hidden? Oh. Because I didn't freaking add it. Yeah. Put that eye whites in real quick. And then I'm going to change the background color. Probably to like... maybe a purple, maybe a blue. No, I think a purple probably. We'll do that for now. And then we'll figure out. Look at little baby. Look at little baby. Hee hee hee. Little baby. Little guy. Oh, do you have any tips for character art other than practicing? I think references. Take photos that are good references. Get yourself little dudes that can be little references. Hee hee. A boy or girl. Little baby is a little boy. Little boy baby. Little guy. Hee hee. He's a little guy. What if we give this little baby freckles anyways? And I forgot that Ray is supposed to have purple on his face. 1 second. Un momento. You're supposed to have more on your face, sir. Whoopsies. I'm good at my character design, guys. I'm so good at character design. I think Ray even ended up with like more purple on his face in the epilogue, so I really whoopsies. Schwipsies, me when I forget my own character design. This is fine. I'm so silly. I'm so silly and goofy. I can hear my cat making protesting sounds. And I laugh at him because it is over an hour until he is meant to be fed, but he sure is like, I deserve food right now, actually. Right goddamn now. What if we do like that? Yeah, purple. Purple. Are there any colors you specifically associate with Aster? So far, I've been associating golds with him. So far, I've been doing kind of golds. But yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe I have to go. Do you guys want to see the boy? You want to see the cat baby? Because I could go get the cat baby. We haven't done a shepherd time in a while. I know technically I am not. No one redeemed shepherd time because I haven't put it on. But like we could get shepherd time anyways. See what he wants. What if I put little baby freckles on you anyways, little child? It's like skin texture anyways. Everybody likes a little bit of skin texture. Little bit, maybe even darker than that. A little bit like that. You want to see the little man? All right, 1 second. Let's go get the little guy. We'll go over here so you guys can actually see him. All right, little man. Hello, I'm Heather. Hi. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying, little man? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think of the baby? I would actually love to know if we brought my niece over here, what the hell you would think of a baby. You'd probably not be excited about it. Probably not be excited about a baby. Please don't knock over my drink. Thank you for not knocking over my drink. I appreciate it. Yes? He's just staring at me meowing now. Yes? Oh, hi. Hi, little man. Oh, he came back for pets. Do you want to come here? You want to come here? You want to come here? He doesn't know I'm streaming. He doesn't know none. Come here. What? Hello? Oh, hello. Come on. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hello. Hello. You just wanted love and affection. You just wanted love and affection. You're not in the view of the people, but you're getting the love and affection. Oh, you're getting such good love and affection right now. Oh, my goodness. You're that tail curl. It's so true. The good tail curls. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the scritches. Yeah, get the scritches up here. The high scritches. The high scritches where the people can see you. Hello. Hello, little man. Hello. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, no, that's the low scritches. You can't... Come back for the high scritches. They cannot see you if you were down there. Okay, well... Hi, little man. No, I killed it. I killed it. I killed it with a kiss. I killed it. Thank you. I love you. He's right there. He's right there. And now he's just sitting. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to drawing. You do you. Little boo. Yeah, he was so affectionate. It's because it's the hour of 3 o'clock. The hour of 3 o'clock is I decide that Hey is an acceptable person to pet me. If I am home in the hour of 3 to 4, he's like, give me love. Hi, baby. Oh my goodness. You just want so much love and affection right now. Oh my goodness. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna go back to streaming now. I love you very, very much. Are you still in here? You're still in here. Oh, hi, little man. Okay, come here. One more. Oh. Hi. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh. I'm gonna work on a adult Aster cosplay. Gonna use a 3D printer to make it more. Oh, hi. Hello. Hello there. Hello there. Yeah, the truth of him trying to love me enough that he gets, I feed him early is so true. Hello there. Hi. Hello. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, hi. This is wonderful. This is the most affectionate he's ever been with me on stream. This is glorious. He's just pressing his face into my face. This is the most shepherd time you've ever gotten. It is. It is. It is indeed. Now he's just pressing into my face. Hello, little man. I'm supposed to be drawing. I'm supposed to be drawing, my love. My darling, my love, my boy. I'm supposed to draw right now. Please. Please, I must go. Please. Hi. Hello there. Please let me go. Is that okay? Are you good? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for leaving all your cat hair on me. That was glorious. He still might hang out in this room, but we are going to go back to drawing. We go back to drawing now. Baby. Baby. Let's see. Do I like my frecklage that I have on this baby right now? I feel like it looks, I don't know. Let me add frecklage to Ray as well. Nope, not that big. Littler frecklage. There we go. I like a little. Oh, he's back to screaming. He left the room and went back to screaming. There we go. Okay, I like that. Oh, no, Daniel, you just missed it. He was on my lap in here for like a solid 4 minutes. He would not leave me alone. I just drank a cat hair. Ew. I'm gonna close the door. He will never let me see that note. Okay. Let us start shading things, shall we? Should we shade or shall we go line? Should we shade or shall we go line? I think we could I guess we're on this drawing. We could just keep going. We could just keep going on this one. That's still the freckles. We don't want the freckles anymore. The baby boy have a name? Yes! This is Aster. It means flower or star. And I thought that was very perfect. It's really funny every time I have to pick a new name for a character. 'Cause naming kids, you have to figure out I don't know, what would the character name their own child sort of vibe. Naming characters that I play, I have to figure out what name am I okay with being called. Thank you for the hydrate. But this one I thought fit pretty well because I was looking for something that felt in line with Orchid, and having a name that kind of called to raise family without being just like a junior or something like that. You know, like Everett. Go ahead and do Everett the second. I almost said Everin. Whoops. Wrong character. And you guys get to see how I shade, how I haven't done like an art stream in a while where I've actually like fully done like an art piece. So now you guys get to see my new way that I've been like doing all of my shading, which is do cell shading first and then gradient shading second. And the cell shading is really dark right now. I'm gonna lessen its opacity in a second here, but I start with it like this. Me win, little baby. Me win, little baby. Roll up, welcome in. Hello. Welcome to the baby times. You missed the cat times. There was much cat. There was much cat. Speaking of models, I do have, for Art Fight, there was a few different cat characters that I did. Like I did Beam and stuff. And let me tell you, I so 100% used photos of Shepard as references for those. 100%. 100% used Shepard photos as all my references for drawing cats. I have enough cat photos to definitely do that. Just realized I forgot to color this little baby's mouth. Let me put some color in this mouth. What kind of soft pink? Well, that's probably tongue. Tongue and then mouth. That's too dark. There we go. Baby mouth. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this little guy. Then we're gonna grab my Spectra brush because Spectra, I love you, and we're gonna do some overall shading, and then we're gonna erase it because I put too big of a Spectra brush. But this just adds like a little gradient. Apparently we decided the light source was up somewhere up behind Ray. Maybe I should change where the light source is. Oops. No, I think up towards Ray is fine. Movement Spectra. I just think it's a good brush. It gives good tooth. It's got good texture. I like it. There we go. That's how I do shading. That's how I do shading. I do cell shading and then I do gradients on top because I like them. I do gradients on top because I like them. But yeah, right now I have been using a sketch brush that I got from Art to do like sketches, the dry ink brush to line, and then Spectra. Teehee. How big do I have this canvas? Great question. I think this one it started as screen size and then I cropped it. So it's like not that big right now. Yeah, it's kind of a little guy. It's kind of a little guy. Whoopsies. Have to finish an art history test. Good luck. Good luck, Demi Druid. Good luck on your adventures. Oh, tests. How I do not envy you. I do not envy you, schoolgoers. Heh. School. Who goes to school? Definitely not me. Don't look at my degree. On the wall. Nothing. It's not on the wall. I do not envy people who are in school, though. I know school just started back up, so I hope that your school, if you have school, is going decent. If not, I hope that you have better times not in school. do 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 do. And lining. Not lining. That's not what I'm doing right now. I'm coloring. I'm rendering. I'm rendering. I know what words to use. I didn't go to art school. I didn't. I went to engineering school. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah. Ooh. Got invited to school art club. Gonna be doing that. Heck yeah. Art club. Very fun. I was never in an art club. I was in art class. I was never in art club. Eh. Do 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 do. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe trying to think of things just to talk about while also focusing on drawing is such a time, because sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I have yappage, and then sometimes I'm like, drawing, yay, and then I go, oh fuck, I'm supposed to like be entertaining, and then I go, oh shit, I don't know. So you know what, I'm just gonna yap about random things. We haven't gotten much of an update stream from me lately because I've been doing so much lore. So lately I have been rewatching British Bake Off for the 10th millionth time, because British Bake Off is my comfort TV, and I love it very much. It is my comfort show. And fun fact, I'm actually watching the first season of it for the first time. I've never actually seen the first season of British Bake Off, or the second season, and I finally am gonna watch them. I started it, and it's so interesting to see like where a show like that started versus what it is now. I think that's interesting. They used to try and be very like educational about like the history of British baking and baking in general, and then now they're like, fuck that shit. We're not gonna bother with that. We're gonna go straight into the fun shit. And I'm like, yeah, the fun shit. But I love this show so much, mostly because it's like so chill, and I really, really like shows and mediums that inspire me to do things. So a lot of the YouTubers I watch, a lot of the streamers I watch, a lot of the shows I watch are based around creating stuff, because I find that so inspiring to then go and create stuff. And I think that's very fun. My husband just got home. I heard him open the door. Husband. Guys, we're going to a concert tonight. I'm excited. We're going to go see Mystery Skulls. It will be cool. Let's see. Is this the type of shine I want to do on this baby's hair? We're going to find out. I'm going to do like this thing. And then I'm going to do some other stuff. Perspective blur it like that. And then I'm going to maybe overlay. I don't know if I like it very much. You know what? We're going to do a different one. I'm gonna do a different. I don't like that one. We're doing something else. We're doing it a different way. I'm gonna do a different kind. Maybe when the Outer Wilds soundtrack comes on and I just go, yeah. Right now we are listening to my old Fable lore playlist, because I think that's fun. I could switch the music up, but but it's nostalgic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hee hee. Mmm. Good night. Heave the voidling. Mm. I hope that you have good eeps. There we go. Now let's try this instead. Okay, I think I like that more. And I'm also gonna Gaussian blur it a little bit. And then I'm gonna set it to maybe soft light. Opacity, me when I just pan through the different color layers to be like, what do I want? What do I desire? The little man is screaming once more. His father has returned from war and he is upset. Father has returned from war. I demand lappies, he says. Okay, there we go. Oh, so interesting to watch people learn to watch people render because it's so different and so cool. Yeah, it is really interesting to see how people like render differently. I agree that I think it's fascinating to see the different ways that people do stuff. I render in the way that I have found to be helpful to me. That doesn't mean that it is right. I sure don't know what the right way of rendering anything is. I just do what I do. Little baby mouth. Little baby mouth. So cute. Other person to yell out for food. So true. But also the one that he wants to go sit on his lap. That's what he wants. He wants to go lay on top of Daniel and take a nap. Is what he truly desires in life. That's his ultimate goal. Lappies on dad. Okay, now we get into rendering the clothes. Which I almost feel like I want to go grab like a knit texture off the internet and like even like slap over like a texture over this clothes. Maybe I do that. I don't know. Sometimes I like doing that. I feel like almost this whole little shirt should be in the dock. Yeah, I think so. No, not that, actually. There we go. Yeah. 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 Correct way is whatever way brings you the most whimsy. Exactly. Especially because for me, I'm not, oddly enough, okay, fun fact, my favorite thing to do has been line art, which is really funny, but like, that's just what I really like to do. I like working off of a sketch and making it clean and pretty and neat and following the lines. I like making the lines. Rendering, I can like get into a groove and do, but it's not my favorite thing to do. But I go to my friends who all hate line art, and I say, "Look, give me your sketches. Give me your sketches. I want to fucking draw right now, but I don't want to put effort into it." And I don't find line art to be all that much effort. It's like my brainless happy activity, and I like it. I like it that way. Yeah. Look at that little baby. Look at that little baby. Baby is... Yeah, honey. Yeah, honey, is the baby sleeping? Is he on top of you already? Let's see. Now we have to do Ray. Should think that whole section should be in the dark. And this. Whoopsies. Hello? Where did you come from? Get out of here. And then we have Ray. Looking at his little baby. Which, man, guys, I miss Ray Morningstar. I miss Ray Morningstar. I get feels about him, and when I get feels about him, apparently I give him more children. And I go, whoopsies. But there is actually like a reason that I've been working on all these, and that is that there was recently a loss in my family. And like working on all these like happy fantasy things helps my brain. So it's been really nice as a little bit of like coping to get to do just like happy family times in the form of the characters that I love him so much. And so Ray came back as my free therapy coping method, guys. Shock, wow, his job never left. He can never escape me. He can never escape. Gee. But yeah, I have been having fun writing and working on stuff with him again. It's been fun. I don't know how many more Star Stories I'm gonna do. It kind of just comes and goes. I have thoughts about possibly doing an Icarus meeting Aster chapter, but I need to work on it. It's in my brain. I just haven't had like solid thoughts yet. Give you eye bags, sir. You get to be tired after that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm drawing so much Fable lately. Yeah. It's fun. For the same reason. Yeah. It helps. Yeah. Apparently the Minecraft soundtrack came on and I went, time to be sad and emotional. I'm like, well, bruh. Minecraft soundtrack, leave me alone. Don't do this to me. Why are you like this to me, Minecraft soundtrack? Let me lighten that a little bit. And then we slap another layer on top. Eee. I should probably shade his fucking hand. Woo. Oh, I should probably put a little bit more color into this. He's a little gray right now. Maybe we fix that a little bit. Maybe we make him look a little less like dead, sir. Sir, please. I know you're tired and exhausted from giving birth to a child, but like, you're still alive. Let's put some saturation back in you. There we go. Okay, a little bit more saturation in there. Cool. Okay, maybe we lighten your eye bags a touch. Give a little less intensity to those. Subtlety is cool. K-pop Demon Hunters Fable AU. Yeah! That's always fun. I love AUs, guys. AUs are so fun. I just think they're fun. They're enjoyable and they're silly and they're cool. It's fun to stick the blorbos in different positions and be like, but what if you were here? What would you do? That does immediately make me think about like Indirian as like a demon, Isla as a demon hunter, Ray as Rumi. In response to that, I think that's fun. That doesn't have to be what your K-pop Demon Hunter AU is, but that's where my brain immediately went. Hee hee. So chat, how have you been lately? This is the Vibe Hours with Hey Hey. Hey Hey is just vibin' and drawing. We be vibin' and drawing now. Hee hee. My gosh, guys, Ouroboros tomorrow. It is the last day of Capture the Flag. I'm nervous. You got a new job? Oh, hell yeah, Corn. I knew that already. I knew that, I think. But fuck yeah. New job. But yeah, I am enjoying Ouroboros. I hope that you guys are too. I know that it's a very different vibe and very long, but I hope that you guys have been enjoying it. There's much more like longer form content than I usually make, but I've been having fun with it and fun with Olive. I really like our characters. I think they're very fun. And I hope that you enjoy them as well. Orb. Yeah, if you guys hear me call it Orb, that's been like what we've just ended up calling it now, is Orb. And I think it's funny. I think it's funny that we call it Orb. But yeah, I really like Emil. I think he's fun. I really like getting to portray a system adjacent character. I know it's not an actual system, but it's fun to get to portray that in a very fun way. And I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of discussion with my friends who are systems to make sure that like the way that we portray stuff is in a like positive way. So I really like that aspect. I really like putting a lot of funky, like different kinds of diversity into my characters, whether it be from gender or body type or just like mental, like neurodivergency things. I can word. I can word, I swear I know how to word. But yeah, so we have things like memory gaps and being, you know, who's fronting versus who's not fronting versus though they call it like piloting right now. stuff like that. It's fun. It's very fun. I really enjoy Emil and Mains and Oz, and I also like it because it also just like logistically actually does a huge benefit for me of making it so that I don't have to make it to every orb session, which is massive for my brain, who was very scared when trying to commit to yet another thing, and me being like, I don't think I can do this, and then came up with the idea. Fun fact, I had the concept for Mains. I already even had the name picked out for Mains. And Olive was helping me design his tattoos. And then I had the thought of potentially doing the pseudo system with Mains, and went to Olive and was like, you want to be a dude with me? You want to be a guy with me so bad? You want to be a dude with me? And that was really fun, and I'm really, really happy that it said yes. So, hee hee. Guys, we're getting there. We're almost there. We only have a few more things left to shade. My God. My God. Shading. Bibby hold shirt. Bibby hold shirt. Doot, 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 doot. Baby hold shirt. Baby hold shirt. Oh, you want to be a dude with me? Yeah. It's fun. I think it's neat. And I just like, it's fun to kind of play like a funky competitive game with my friends. Though I do feel kind of bad sometimes when I have to do things like steal from my friends. And then I've been like, and I go, oh no. I feel like an asshole. But then my other friends have to remind me, that's literally how the game is played, you dork. And I go, okay, fine. Doesn't mean I don't feel like an asshole. There we go. I forgot to put a highlight in Ray's hair. I guess it's like slightly cut off really, but we're still gonna do it. Do like that, and then we'll do the same thing that we did before. Go. Then we will do like a overlay there and another layer. Yeah. Yeah. What are you playing in the next Siege SMP stream? I don't know. Siege SMP is on a little bit of a pause right now as the server itself is like figuring some shit out. So Siege SMP is on a bit of a pause. And I'm not in control of that. So I don't know. I do have Siege SMP things that I am working on, but I do not know when Siege SMP is coming back. That is out of my control. There be things at play that I am not in control of there. Eyes are my favorite thing to render, guys. So we're actually going to save it for last. First I'm going to do the eye whites real quick. Sometimes there are simply things that I cannot control. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. But yeah, I do have stuff I'm working on. I'm working on the IO cover mix right now, and let me tell you, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. I'm putting a lot more effort into it than the other covers because I don't know. Not because like IO deserves it more, but like I'm just doing more with it. IO has sung a lot of songs in canon, so I am doing a mashup of a lot of the songs, and I'm getting the wonderful, all-powerful, all-knowing Zenny to help me because Zenny knows how to do music. I am but a silly little guy who sings songs and pretends to know how to sing. And I'm a silly little guy like that who just pretends I know what I'm doing, and I don't. I simply don't. It is a lie. My song skills are lies. Hee hee. My song skills, my sing song. I am impressed that I am brave enough to sing on streams, but it is still like nerve-wracking, and I do my little bitch best. Thank you for the hydrate. So I have put together a big old mashup of songs that IO sings in canon, and have been doing stuff with that and getting all of those put together and done up so that we can do all the fun things there. Okay, now then, do I put like a little bit of a background on this maybe? Now we're gonna go back and forth until I decide whether I like it or not. Oh, okay. I think we're doing it, guys. Maybe I'll see what stars look like in this background. Not that color. This scatter star brush is really saying fuck you and where you wish to put these. You know, I don't think I like the bigger ones. I think I like the smaller ones, but not the big ones. Nope. We could just do like the corner. Do more controlled. We're learning. Hi, Mags. Hi, Mags. Hee hee. Welcome in. Gotta love a good star brush. Yeah. Right now I'm testing out cutesy little stars for like, cause baby. But do I actually like this? Okay, I like it as like a really subtle effect. What if I do like... No, that just looks like glitter. What about my other star stamps? I have my other star stamps. But that one doesn't like jitter, so... Sharp stars with rotation. What does this one look like? That one's just little guys. Oh, I kind of like the little guys. That's kind of a fun, like, glitter effect. Without being, like, wholly glittery. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. What about like that, guys? What about that? Okay. Let's play with some overlays. Let's play with some goddamn overlays. We're gonna see about these. Don't worry. I'm not sure about them yet. I just like playing with fun overlays, guys. And Art Fight taught me that I really like playing with fun overlays, guys. Because I think it adds a little bit of unification to stuff. Because, like, I kind of like that. So, like, off, on, off, on. I just think it adds a little bit of, like, unification to it. What do you guys think? So try like... Ooh, saturation's kind of fun. Color, no. I think soft light was the best. Oh, multiply means it kind of looks more like it's like at night. May play with things. I have thoughts now. I want to see if I put like a warm glow in the corner, what it looks like. Oh, Divide is so pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, look at that. I like that. That's kind of pretty. That kind of looks like a nightlight. That kind of looks pretty. I like that one. I think I like this. I think this is Little Baby Done. I think this is Little Baby Done. I love it. Picasso. Okay. Okay, so we have Little Baby Done. I'm probably not gonna do adult version today because I've been drawing for an hour and a half and I need to like chill. But I liked this stream. Bisexual lighting. Look, bisexual lighting is just good. It's just good. But I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed a very chill catch-up art time with Hey. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy it very much. I like very much. Hee hee. Tired Papa, Eepin Baby. Absolutely. Little guys together. And I think they're very cute. I think they're very, very cute. They make me happy. What's Aster's eye color? Aster's eye color, Ray, he does get Ray's like blue-gray is what I think. I think he does get Ray's blue-gray eyes. I think that's fun. Okay. I think it's time to send you all off. So, I send you guys to the lovely, the wonderful Artful of Renegades. Artful of Renegades. I will send you guys away. All right, go see the Starbound lore. Go have fun. Go enjoy. It's a fun one. I know what happens during this one. Hee hee. Go have fun. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow for Ouroboros.